Vision is one of the most important senses we rely on every day. It allows us to read, recognize faces, drive, work, and enjoy life. When vision is threatened, especially in a way that can lead to permanent blindness, the impact is not only medical, but emotional, social, and economic. Today, we are going to talk about a medicine called Nufymco, also known by its scientific name, ranibizumab-leyk. This medication was approved by the United States Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, as an interchangeable biosimilar to Lucentis. This approval is important, not just for doctors and pharmaceutical companies, but for patients, families, and healthcare systems. To understand why, we must first understand the diseases Nufymco treats, how these diseases damage vision, and how this medication works to protect sight. Understanding the retina and the macula. To understand these eye diseases, we need to start with basic eye anatomy. At the back of the eye is a thin layer of tissue called the retina. The retina works like a camera sensor. It receives light and converts it into signals that are sent to the brain, allowing us to see. At the center of the retina is a small but extremely important area called the macula. The macula is responsible for sharp central vision. It allows us to see fine details, read small print, recognize faces, and drive safely. When diseases affect the macula or nearby retinal blood vessels, vision can become blurred, distorted, or permanently lost. The role of VEGF in eye disease. Many serious retinal diseases share a common problem: the growth of abnormal blood vessels in the retina. This process is driven by a natural protein in the body called vascular endothelial growth factor, commonly known as VEGF. VEGF plays a normal and helpful role in the body by promoting the growth of blood vessels. However, in certain eye diseases, VEGF becomes overactive. When this happens, it causes fragile, abnormal blood vessels to grow under or within the retina. These abnormal vessels leak fluid or blood, leading to swelling, scarring, and damage to the macula. Over time, this damage can result in significant and sometimes irreversible vision loss. What is Nufymco, ranibizumab-leyk? Nufymco is a VEGF inhibitor. It works by binding to VEGF and blocking its activity in the eye. By inhibiting VEGF, Nufymco helps stop the growth of abnormal blood vessels, reduces leakage of fluid and blood, and allows the retina to stabilize or improve. Nufymco is a biosimilar to Lucentis, which means it is highly similar in structure, function, safety, and effectiveness to the original biologic medicine. Importantly, Nufymco is approved by the FDA as an interchangeable biosimilar. This designation means it meets additional FDA standards, showing that it can be expected to produce the same clinical result as Lucentis in any given patient. Biologic medicines like Lucentis are complex and expensive to develop. While they are highly effective, their cost can limit access for many patients. Biosimilars are designed to increase access by providing equally effective treatment options at a lower cost. They undergo rigorous testing to ensure they are just as safe and effective as the reference product. The approval of an interchangeable biosimilar like Nufymco can help reduce treatment costs, increase competition, and improve access to essential vision-saving therapies. Nufymco is approved for several serious retinal diseases. Let us examine each one clearly and carefully. Neovascular, wet age-related macular degeneration. What is age-related macular degeneration? Age-related macular degeneration, often called AMD, is a leading cause of vision loss in older adults. There are two main forms of AMD, dry and wet. Nufymco is approved for neovascular or wet AMD, which is the more severe form. What causes wet AMD? In wet AMD, abnormal blood vessels grow under the macula. These vessels are fragile and leak fluid or blood. This leakage damages the macula, leading to rapid loss of central vision. Without treatment, wet AMD can cause severe and permanent vision loss. Risk factors include aging, genetics, smoking, and cardiovascular disease. How Nufymco helps. Nufymco blocks VEGF, preventing the growth of abnormal blood vessels. This reduces leakage and swelling, helping preserve vision and, in many cases, improve visual clarity. Early and consistent treatment is critical to maintaining sight. Diabetic macular edema, or DME, is a complication of diabetes. High blood sugar levels damage small blood vessels in the retina. Over time, these vessels become leaky, allowing fluid to accumulate in the macula. This swelling distorts vision and can significantly reduce visual acuity. DME is one of the most common causes of vision loss in working-age adults. It can develop at any stage of diabetic retinopathy and often affects both eyes. By inhibiting VEGF, Nufymco reduces leakage from damaged retinal vessels. This helps decrease macular swelling and improve or stabilize vision. Nufymco is often used as a first-line therapy for DME. What is diabetic retinopathy? Diabetic retinopathy is a progressive eye disease caused by long-term diabetes. Chronic high blood sugar damages retinal blood vessels, leading to bleeding, swelling, and eventually abnormal new vessel growth. Early stages may have no symptoms. Advanced stages can cause severe vision loss due to bleeding, scarring, or retinal detachment. Nufymco slows disease progression by blocking VEGF-driven abnormal vessel growth. This reduces the risk of vision-threatening complications. 1. Macular edema following retinal vein occlusion. What is retinal vein occlusion? Retinal vein occlusion, or RVO, occurs when a vein in the retina becomes blocked. This blockage causes increased pressure, leakage, and swelling in the retina. There are two main types: central retinal vein occlusion and branch retinal vein occlusion. Why it affects vision. When fluid accumulates in the macula, vision becomes blurred or distorted. How Nufymco helps. Nufymco reduces VEGF-related leakage and swelling, improving macular thickness and visual outcomes. Myopic choroidal neovascularization occurs in people with high myopia or severe nearsightedness. Excessive elongation of the eye stretches and damages retinal layers, triggering abnormal blood vessel growth. These abnormal vessels can bleed and scar the macula, leading to sudden vision loss. By blocking VEGF, Nufymco stops abnormal vessel growth and helps preserve vision. Nufymco is given as an intravitreal injection, meaning it is injected directly into the eye. Patients may require multiple injections over time, depending on disease severity and response to treatment. Safety and side effects. Like all medications, Nufymco has potential side effects. Common side effects. These effects are usually mild and temporary. Serious but rare risks. These risks are uncommon, and doctors carefully monitor patients to minimize them. The FDA approval of Nufymco confirms that it meets strict standards for safety, quality, and effectiveness. Its interchangeable biosimilar status means it offers the same clinical benefit as Lucentis, with no increased risk when switching. This approval expands access to sight-saving treatment and supports a more sustainable healthcare system. For patients, this approval means more treatment options, improved affordability, and continued confidence in care quality. For doctors, it provides flexibility without compromising outcomes. For healthcare systems, it helps reduce costs while maintaining high standards of care. Nufymco represents an important advancement in ophthalmic care. By effectively treating serious retinal diseases like wet AMD, diabetic macular edema, diabetic retinopathy, retinal vein occlusion, and myopic choroidal neovascularization, it helps protect vision and quality of life. Its FDA approval as an interchangeable biosimilar ensures that patients receive a therapy that is safe, effective, and accessible. In the fight against vision loss, medicines like Nufymco are not just treatments. They are tools that help people continue to see, work, and live independently.